Prynawn da a croeso. Good afternoon and welcome to Match Day 21 and another Bluebird's Nest Live. Hope everyone has had a lovely Christmas with friends and family. We are coming to you live this afternoon from Park Avenue, home of the Seasiders, Aberystwyth town, where there has been nothing but wind and rain today so far. The players just gone off after their pre-match warm-up. They're absolutely soaked through. And to say the road on the way up was treacherous is an understatement. The Bluebirds come into the game today in good spirits after a 2-0 win last weekend against Barry Town United at the Oggy Bridge Meadow on what was Boxing Day. A result which saw County move level on points with 6th place Carnarvon Town. Seasiders, meanwhile, tasted a 2-0 defeat away at Pontypridd United, with their most recent victory in the JD Cymru Premier coming back at the start of November, where they triumphed 1-0 down at Jenner Park against Barry. The previous meeting between the sides was back in September, where we ran out 3-0 winners on the day, thanks to a Rhys Abruzzese goal and a brace from Kai Whitmore. Currently sitting 7th, but a victory today could see us jump into that top 6 spot, should Carnarvon fail to defeat Colwyn Bay in the televised game tomorrow on New Year's Eve, which I believe is on S4C. A draw this afternoon would also keep us in 6th place, should obviously the Canaries be defeated tomorrow afternoon. It really is heating up the race for the top 6 now. Couldn't rule out a late Penabont push neither, so it really is going to go down to the wire, and today's game certainly will be a long way towards deciding what it's going to look like come the end of Phase 1 in a fortnight on January the 13th, when we play Bala at the Oggy Bridge Meadow. Bala themselves can still be caught too in that race for top 6, so it really is popcorn time for the Cymru Premier going into the split. Today's team news: Rio Dyer was on a great run of form, pulled up with yet another hamstring injury in the first half last week, and Rhys Abruzzese, who came on as a substitute, picked up his 5th booking in the league this year, which obviously means that he now faces a 1-match suspension. So those two miss out, having performed really well last week. So the starting 11 today: Zach Jones in goal, a back 5 of Jack Wilson, Lee Jenkins, Luke Tabone, Oscar Borg and Jazz Richards. Midfield 3, Ricky Watts, Harry John and Kai Whitmore. And both of last week's goal scorers start up front today: Stan Hawkins and Martel Taylor-Crossdale in attack. The bench: Ivan Knott, Ben Fawcett, Tyrese Owen, Caden Williams-Lowe, Yori Humphreys, Dan John and Jacob Owen. And for the home team, Dave Jones in goal, Liam Walsh, Benjamin Woolham, Louis Bradford, Harry Owen, Jack Thorne takes the armband, Ewan Lewis, Mark Cadwallader, John Owen, Alex Darlington and Billy Kirkman. Again, it's a strong bench for Aber this afternoon. Sam Green, Steph Davis, Rhys Jenkins, Tom Mason, Luca Hogan, Owen Taylor, Akeem Hines. Referee this afternoon is Alex Livesey, assisted by Richard Dolphin and Keelan Thomas. And the 4th official, who is actually taking a seat next to us here in the... the 4th official will be down in the technical area, is Hugh Jones, the referee observer, I believe, next to us in the stand. The teams are shortly to be making their way out from underneath us in the stand. Those of you who've seen on Scorio before we're directly opposite the Scorio cameras. We are sat front row in the stand that is above the tunnel. The floodlights are on as the rain, as I mentioned, is lashing down here up at Park Avenue. It's certainly the video that kicked off our afternoon's broadcast certainly wasn't from today's weather. It is, well, dismal, I think is the only word I can use to describe it this afternoon. It's lashing down. The 2 rows of seats in both dugouts, I think, totally undercover, will be a welcome respite for the subs once they get in. They had a thorough warm-up, but like I said, soaked right through already. Lots of media around. Scorio cameras, as I said, are up on the gantry. There's lots of photographers on the ground waiting for what hopefully will be an entertaining match this afternoon. And it'll be underway shortly. Just entering the field of play, led out by Ricky Watts. The Bluebirds in their away strip this afternoon in yellow. Craig Griffith, insurance brokers across the front. Shirt sponsor during the Cymru Premier season this term. Aberystwyth in their green and black. Zach all in purple with his white boots, and Dave Jones for Aber, the keeper, all in orange this afternoon. Floodlights, as I said, are on. a number of people in the stand with us this afternoon. Fair decent crowd here. Both stands that are covered are pretty full, but there are a number of the Cleddau casuals, the loyal, very much travelling supporters of the Bluebirds, who are braving the weather with the drum over on the far side. You see a couple of flags and the drum, a number of them already giving out good voice, a couple of songs. I'm sure the Lee Jenkins song will be out soon with them as we return to his old stomping ground. Captains now in the centre circle with the officials. And I think it's going to be as we are. So Haverfordwest County will be playing from, as I can see it, left to right. But from the Scorio cameras, if you do see highlights later on today, Haverfordwest in this first half will be playing from right to left on there. Elvin joined us in the chat, running late to the game. Yeah, there was a nasty crash on the coastal road up to Aberystwyth this afternoon. Fingers crossed everybody's okay there, but to say a car was up off the ground and in a bush, how they ended up there, I don't really know, but it looked a nasty one. So fingers crossed everyone's okay. They saw a number of people travelling up to Park Avenue to join us. The referee just doing his final check just before kick-off. There's the whistle, and we're underway. Kick-off all the way back to the Aber keeper, who's out of his box, who clears long, deep into the Bluebirds half. It's Jack Wilson playing as a right wing back this afternoon, over his head and out for the first throw-in of the afternoon. Again, a number of you joining us this afternoon across many different platforms that we're broadcasting on with the Bluebirds Nest Live this season. Not only are we on the club's YouTube channel, but also across the club's social media, so Facebook and Twitter. Also, the cymrusport.cymru radio broadcasting channel. That's doing really well. Set up earlier this year, I believe, attending lots of the Cymru Premier and Cymru Leagues fixtures across Wales. So wherever you're tuning in from, a warm welcome. The ball is with Zach Jones. It went a through ball, skipped off the surface and went straight out for a goal kick. So it's going to be Zach Jones with his first goal kick of the afternoon. Both managers just beneath us in the stand here stood up in their technical areas. Everybody else tucked away nicely out of the rain at the back. Both managers giving out early orders to their team. Zach Jones clears the halfway line, but it is won by Lewis in the centre of midfield. Kai Whitmore pickups at second ball. Just Aber on the break here. Across to John Owen, who shoots from distance. It's deflected over for a corner. Good block by Luke DeBorn. I think he put his head to that one, and it's gone up and over Zach's goal. Harry John, the only player near the halfway line, is even being called back. So it's all hands to the pump here in the first corner. We said a decent crowd here at Park Avenue. What will hopefully be an entertaining one. Ball across, right-footed, deep. Won by Luke DeBorn. Out for another corner on the far side. Top left of my view. And it's going to be Billy Kirkman on loan from TNS, the left footer, over on the far side with an in-swinging corner. Bluebirds well structured in the box, looking to deal with everything. Is dealt with by Jazz at the front post. Back in by Kirkman. It's deep. Very deep. Hits the bar. I think Zach Jones had it covered, but it's hit the bar and gone over for a goal kick. Again, I mentioned the ball is skipping off this wet surface this afternoon already, so it's going to cause a few mistakes and chances, I think. My prediction certainly is there's a couple of goals to be seen here, or heard about anyway, this afternoon. I'm going for an away win, a much needed 3 points for the Bluebirds in the hunt for the top six. I actually feel that Jazz is going to get on the goal sheet today, picking up in his first goal of the season in what is his first start on the road for the Bluebirds since Europe. Again, another Zach Jones goal kick, straight down the middle again. Second balls are bouncing all over the place, but Harry John on the ball. is jostled by 3 Aber players. They're quick to close him down. Don't give him much time. Bradford clears. Oscar wins the clearance. It's, again, a great feat by Harry John. Ricky Watts through to Dan Hawkins, breaking into the Aber half. Again, very quickly closed down. It's a great knock over the top by Kai Whitmore. Martel over on the far right-hand side. 1-on-1 with Kirkman, who seems to bring him down. Linesman gives a goal kick. A good battle. As I said, the TNS Loney seems to be marking Martel quite closely already this afternoon. Good afternoon, Eddie, joining us on the YouTube stream from a Swansea fan. Don't think there's many games on across the Cymru leagues in the Swansea area this afternoon, so no doubt, hopefully anyway, other supporters tuning in for their football feast. And Paul on Facebook, Paul, I dream of the day that Harry scores a goal. It'd be great for it to be today. It is long overdue. Still yet to open his account for the Bluebirds. Good interlinking play by Wilson and Martel. Back to Whitmore. Back to Jenkins on the halfway line. Through ball from Martel to Harry John, who finds Dan Hawkins. 30 yards out. Strikes. Oh, it's wide. Good first effort from last week's goal scorer. Considering the conditions, there was some really neat interlinking play from the Bluebirds. As I said, they were in yellow shirts, blue shorts, yellow socks this afternoon. Certainly going to help with the visibility factor, I feel. It's Dave Jones' chance now with a goal kick. The fourth official down in front of us, just yo-yoing back and forth, both managers. I think Tony Bannock was asking for a couple of fouls to be given in the first few moments there, not given. Good clean header by Luke Taborn. He's then cleared by Ricky Watts. Martel chasing Bradford, who heads back to his keeper, does well. Ball in the Aber keeper's hands. Afternoon, Tom Davis on the Facebook stream. Rodrigo Martins. Not quite sure what that's all about, to be honest, Tom. If you want to elaborate, please do. Dave Jones with a low drive. Finds Dan Hawkins again to Harry John. Just bounces clear. It's a bit of yo-yo football at the moment. Back with Harry John. Great feat. Finds Jack Wilson on the touchline. This near side in front of us. To Jenkins. Through ball to Dan Hawkins. Oh, almost falls for Harry on the edge of the box. This is better from the away side. Haha, thank you, Tom. It's not showing up on my interface that it's a tag, but welcome to you both then. Jack Wilson with a through ball. Harry John is 1-on-1 with the keeper as he breaks into the box. Squares to Martel. He lays it back to Jazz. Cuts inside. Oh, well defended. Big chance there for the Bluebirds to open the scoring. It wasn't quite falling to Harry. He went onto his left foot, but he was well defended by the home side, who, as they always do, defend resolutely, to be fair, but certainly at home as well. Kai asking for a foul. Walsh really close to a foul there. His boot has come off Kai, in fact, so he must have been stood on the back of his heel, it seems. Aber now in possession in the final third. It's across. Jack Wilson. Oh, chance, early chance. It's dealt with by Zach Jones on the 6-yard line. Good save. Got the home side a little bit more vocal here. And it's out for a corner. Again, as I said, the weather's causing lots of mistakes. But Zach Jones does well to get down low to parry that ball, which ricocheted into his path. It almost went in. It was number 28, Alex Darlington, the one with a chance there for the home side. Who again comes across to take this near side corner, right-footed in swinger, one arm in the air. There's a train of Aber players on the edge of the box, all running at different angles. It's cleared off the line. It's goal given. The linesman's given the ball on the far side. Bluebirds players are protesting. Zach not happy. Feels he's been kicked by a player. the linesman over on the far side, I believe it's Richard Dolphin, was the one who gave the man in the middle, Alex Livesey, the green light to award the goal, it seems. So just 8 minutes in, Aberystwyth 1-0 up. Final touch apparently with Harry Owen, the centre half for Aber. So certainly a goal yard scramble. I think goal line technology would have helped with that one, certainly. But certainly the linesman over on the far side who raised his flag and gave the goal. We were 1-0 down. Not the start we were hoping for or expected. Great through ball by Lee Jenkins. Finds Kai Whitmore. Beats Bradford. His shirt is linesman's flag. It's going to be a free kick. Bradford almost took Kai Whitmore's shirt off his back. Referee has a quiet word. Dan Hawkins on the ball, almost near the corner flag, in the corner of the pitch. Again, everyone but Jazz in or near the box. Dan Hawkins delivers. First contact is by Thorne at the front post. Cleared. Cadwallader over on the far side. Harried by Harry John. Makes him go back. Played to the goal scorer, who goes long. Finds his teammate Johan Lewis. Lee Jenkins is going to get there first. Plays it back to Zach Jones, who clears well. Up in the air here, it's Jack Wilson competing. It's going to be an Aber throw. Johan Lewis's header off Jack's back and out for a throw in. Bennett with his arms crossed. Not happy with being 1-0 down, I'm sure. Probably the start that Aber would have wanted. Dan Hawkins with a great through ball for Martel. Can he? Oh, he's round the keeper. Chance. Oh, off the line. Martel had rounded the keeper. It was a very tight angle. It was going in, and it's goal scorer number 5. Oh, Harry Owen clears off the line. So not only is he scored one on the line, he's cleared one. He slid in. He's done well with his right foot to swing it to his left-hand side as he approached the goal. It's gone out for a corner. Massive chance there. An extra yard, and it crosses the line. Hawkins with the corner. Great area. It's cleared this time by Bradford. Jazz's first ball is cleared 70 yards upfield. It's going to go back all the way to Zach Jones. Just keeps it in from going out for throw-in. Short to Jack Wilson. Certainly a lively start here. Zach up to Martel. Good header. Again, just those little mistakes with the weather today. It skims off Martel's hair and goes back to Dave Jones. Yeah, a couple of this Cadwallader just clears his lines back to Jack Wilson, who also clears his lines straight back up. It's ping pong football at the moment. Entertaining, but not for Haverfordwest fans. 1-0 down here. A couple of comments. It's Andy, certainly a good start for Carnarvon. I'm sure Coffee's fans will be happy the fact that Aberystwyth have taken the lead. Bulch is not good. Look outside the window, I'm sure it's the same way you are across Wales today. It's torrential rain. It's been relentless since we set off early this morning to come up to Ceredigion. It is lashing down here. Not too windy, to be fair. All corner flags, not much movement in them, but it's certainly coming down. Good couple of chances for both teams, but it's Aber the ones who've capitalised. They've 1-0 up. Tom in the goal scorer, the centre half. Dave Jones' free kick goes all the way to Zach Jones. Again, Bluebirds with the possession. Yeah, we certainly do need the win today. 3 points much needed in our hunt for the top 6. Martel thrown to the ground then. Nothing given. Luke clears high up into the air. It's going to go out for a Haverfordwest throw in on the halfway line. Jack Wilson picks up, looking to counter, throws to Martel infield. 3 players around him. Mistimes his pass. Oh, it's all over the place at the moment from both teams. Cadwaladr goes back to his keeper. Looking around the grounds this afternoon. Bala hosting Newtown up at Maes Tegid. It's 0-0 there. And Barrytown United hosting Cardiff Met. Also 0-0 there. Both those games a couple of minutes ahead of us in the schedule this afternoon. This possession is contested. It's great. Again, another long ball from Aberystwyth. It's finding their players. Oscar heads it clear for a throw-in right next to the corner flag on the far side. I think from the home game, I remember that. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was Thorne, I think it is, who's got the long throw-in for Aberystwyth. And it is Thorne who's making his way over to the far side. Yeah, Tom, I'm with you on that one. Wouldn't we all? Certainly would like a top 6 finish. Still more than mathematically possible, but 3 points much needed here today if we are going to get into that top 6. Throw-in comes across on the edge of the box. It's Kirkman on his left foot. Harry John does well to push him backwards. All the way back to Woolham, who just this week signed an extension on his loan deal from TNS himself. Woolham, I believe, playing on the right back this afternoon. And just underneath this, Caden Williams-Lowe, Tyrese Owen, and I think it was Yori Humphreys going for, no, it's Ben Fawcett actually, just going for a warm-up. Their bright orange bibs on. Cross from Aberystwyth. First contact, over the bar, goal kick. Panic again, issuing commands to the away side. It's going to be Zach Jones to clear. There's a hospitality suite at Park Avenue that is full over on the far side, but I can imagine with the heat inside and the rain outside, the windows are just misting over. So I think while they're having their prawn sandwiches over on the far side, they're not really enjoying much of the football. But the goal kick was cleared back towards Zach, who's passed it to Lee Jenkins, who's put a through ball over the top. It's going to be a dodgy bounce. Ooh! Dan Hawkins as well to read the play. The centre half headed the ball back, and as it was going to the keeper, Dan almost got a foot to it, but Dave Jones ended up diving to catch the ball. Aber counter. It's Lewis. Finds Owen, the number 10, who lays back to Woolham at right back. Crosses low. It's cleared by Ricky Watts. Back to Owen. Again over on that far right-hand side, under the gantry. He plays it forward, and again, it's just the ball is skipping off the surface, goes out for a goal kick. We are 16 minutes in. 1-2, Jenkins and Zach Jones. Just bringing the ball up to the edge of his box. Plays it short to Oscar Borg. Back to Zach Jones, in line with the penalty spot. Aber press, but it's cleared this time by Zach Jones. First contact won by Bradford to Kirkman. Good 1-2 by the home side. Jack Wilson puts that to a stop and clears for a throw-in. Kirkman with the ball in his hands now on the halfway line in front of us. Good throw, won by Lee Jenkins. Jack Wilson clears his lines all the way back to Dave Jones in the Aber goal. Those of you that have followed the Bluebirds in the playoffs last year, you remember Dave Jones was at Newtown, the playoff final opposing goalkeeper that day. Made the move across to Aberystwyth in the summer. He's got a face-sized kick on him, to be fair. He's gone out for a throw-in over on the far side. It's going to be Oscar who's putting the ball down. It's Lee Jenkins, who's playing the right-sided centre half this afternoon, going across to hopefully get us out of our own half here. Mention on Facebook, Tony Pennock's blew my dummy indeed. And I must say again, the casuals, hopefully you can hear the drum over on the far side of the ground. There's a number of them braving the elements as Dan Hawkins manages to get on the end of the throw. Tracked by Woolham and right back. Dan Hawkins, great feet. That's the turn. It's a throw in, and I think it might be time for Jack Wilson to cross the field. Yes, he's just trotted across. So potentially an attacking threat here. Tabone, Jenkins, and Borg make their way up the pitch. Jazz again and Harry John are the two who sit for the Bluebirds. So Jack Wilson to throw in. There's not much of a run-up alongside the touchline before the advertising boards. So he's almost sideways coming in, thrown into the box, clears, almost clears the first man. Back to Harry John. Aber breaking. It's across. Owen. Lots of Bluebirds players sprinting back. Owen on the far right-hand side holds up play. Probably lost their best chance of a threat there by going backwards. Home side not too happy with that. Back to the goal scorer Owen, who clears. Kirkman out to Lewis. Inside to Darlington. Jenkins and Lewis just on the goal line by the corner flag. It's crossed. There's a header over the bar. Cadwallader was first to that one. Straight over Zach Jones's bar yet again. Yeah, Ben, I'm aware that the minibus sold out pretty quickly this afternoon to come up to Ceredigion. I think, I'm not sure there was a 20-something seater on the minibus, but they've all come up on this horrendous day. Hopefully we can give them something to cheer about on the way home. But we are 1-0 down, as I said. It's going to be a throw into Aber, just inside their own half. Bradford back to his keeper. Aber are very clever at doing what they're doing at the moment, just slowing things down and keeping hold of the ball and frustrating teams when they do pinch a goal. Aber find themselves last but one in the league and desperate for 3 points himself. Oh, Zach Jones does well to come out and collect that one. Almost would have been 2-0. Owen cleverly brings Zach down. No sign of a card for that one. Quite cynical, that one from the Aber front man. Bluebirds quickly get play back underway. Across the back line. Jenkins. Back to Jones in goal. Jones to Tabone. Bluebirds playing a little bit dangerously here. Just keeping possession between the back five. It's safe enough. Cadwallader pushes on, but Zach goes long. Bradford is all over Dan Hawkins there. Nothing given by the ref. Back to Whitmore, to Ricky Watts. Loses possession. Again, they're targeting Oscar Borg, it seems, with many of their clearances over Oscar's head to the left-hand side. Oscar does really well to deal with that one quite sensibly. Back to Zach in goal. Clears on his left foot. Again, the centre halves all over the Bluebirds' attack. Finally, the ref points in our way for a free kick. Both Owen and Bradford, the centre halves at Aber, very physical, both 6 foot plus. Not only manhandling both Martel and Dan Hawkins so far this afternoon. Anytime the ball is cleared. It's going to be a Dan Hawkins free kick. Smack bang on the halfway line. Watts to the right of him, the other side of the centre circle. All of the Bluebirds players in front, lined up across almost the edge of the box, the Aber box. Hawkins, high and up towards Lee Jenkins. Cadwallader wins it. It's going to be Harry John and Darlington who compete for the broken ball. He's out for a throw-in. Jack Wilson. Don't think he's going to go for a big long one here, although he is taking his time to bring the ball back in play. It's not going to be, oh, it is. Changes his mind, does deliver into the box. Again, it's one first contact by Aber, who again have a chance to break. Cadwaladr clips it over to Bourne's trailing leg. So it's Cadwaladr into the final third on the left-hand side. Again, not the best of passes by the front man, but Oscar manages to clear for a throw-in. Seems to be a little bit unfortunate the way the ball is bouncing at the moment for the Bluebirds. As we are trailing 1-0 here with 23 minutes on the clock. No other goals around the Cymru Premier yet. It's Thorne with the throw. It's high. It's cleared by Jenkins. Back to Thorne, who puts it straight up in the air. And it's now cleared. Jack Wilson appeals for a high foot on him. He's rolling around on the floor. Ref hasn't given a foul, but it was the goal scorer who's caught Jack there. He's back on his feet and walking away. Jazz is having a quiet word with the official. It's going to be Jack with the throw in. It goes early back to his keeper. Aber caught sleeping there. And he's out over on the far side to Jazz, who's playing as a left wing back this afternoon with Rhys Aberystwyth's suspension today. Goes over the right back to Oscar Borg. Does well to win back possession. It's a Bluebirds throw. Straight back in by Oscar Borg. Martel, 30 yards out, plays it short to Dan Hawkins. Oh, lovely back heel. Don't think it was read by his teammates. And it runs through to the keeper, who throws it out because it's the keeper, Dave Jones, who's got something wrong there. He's taken his gloves off. Yeah, I wouldn't mind betting that this is clever tactical play, perhaps, by Aber to slow the game down, but it seems he's got a problem with his left foot. He's taking the tape off his socks. It doesn't seem to be an Aber keeper warming up. Is there? There's an Aber keeper warming up. He is. It looks like going to be a change in goal for Aber. There is indeed going to be a substitution. As there's a man all in orange getting dressed in the dugout just beneath us. Yeah, Sizzler update on the scores. It's 1-0 to Aberystwyth here at Park Avenue in Ceredigion on a horrific, wet afternoon. Let's hope that the scoreline doesn't stay as it is and we manage to get back in this game, because it's almost critical that we pick up points this afternoon as we head into the split. After today, there'll be just the one game to go, and we are home to Bala in 2 weeks in our hunt for the top six. But we are 26 minutes in, and it is looking very likely that Aberystwyth keeper Dave Jones is going to be coming off. Didn't seem to be any sort of collision or any contact that's caused the injury. So I can only assume it's something that's taken place when he's kicked or even thrown out from goal this afternoon. He's being treated by the physio just inside his penalty box. He's just getting up on his own accord, but his gloves are off. My view is blocked, so I can't quite see if he's putting his gloves back on. The keeper is stripped and ready to come on, but he's putting a bib on. Yeah, he's putting his gloves back on here. So he's not coming off at this moment. I wonder what's actually wrong with him there. So Jack Wilson throws in straight back to the keeper. He's got a little bit of a limp as he trots away and rolls the ball out to Kirkman on this near side. He said Kirkman on loan from TNS, the left back. Oh. Zach called for the ball, but Oscar did clear. It's out. Aber in possession over on the far side. Captain Thorne with Jazz in front of him crosses. It's out for a corner. Zach and Oscar have a quiet word. I think Oscar cleared, probably the right option, because it was quite the late call from Zach, but Could have been dealt with better. Thorne is across to take the corner on the far side. Kirkman going across with him. Yeah, they just switched places. It's going to be a Kirkman left-footed in-swinger. Kirkman delivers. It's in a good area. It's headed again straight over from I think that was Bradford who got the final contact of that one. So another goal kick. 28 minutes gone here. Still 1-0 Aber, and still the only goal in the Cymru Premier this afternoon. Bala Newtown still 0-0, as it is down in Barry, where they host Cardiff Met this afternoon. In what is Becky Nuttall's final game involved with Cardiff Met before she joins us as COO, Chief Operating Officer, just after the new year. We look forward to welcoming Becky to the Oggy Bridge Meadow very soon. As the Bluebirds clear into the Aber half, but it's coming straight back. Good one to Cadwallader there. Finds Darlington, finds Owen on the right-hand side. Back to Lewis, who crosses into the box. Punch clear by Zach Jones as well there. Good solid two-fisted pump up the field from Zach. But it's with Kirkman now in front of us on the halfway line. Back to the goal scorer Owen for Aber, centre half. Out to Woolham. He plays it down the line. It's a great run by the number 8 for Aber, Lewis. Put it into an area. Cadwallader heads over the bar again. Yet another header for Aberystwyth inside the Bluebirds penalty box. I think Tony Panic is too pleased with what he's seen so far. There was a good spell of Haverfordwest possession and chances earlier in the half, but ever since it's been all Aber, I feel. Afternoon, Mr. Devine joining us on the YouTube stream. I believe you're in work this afternoon, so I hope you're getting some work done as we trail 1-0 here. Jenkins and Whitmore passing around in our own defensive third here. Panic not happy with the relatively slow play coming out from the back. Watts back to Jenkins. Will clear this time. Down the right-hand side. Straight on Bradford's head. Clears. That's two Aber players compete for the ball. Oh. It's going to be the first yellow card of the afternoon. Luke DeBorn picks up a yellow. He was lucky that Jazz was the other side of him because it could have been deemed as the last man there, but Aberystwyth, good interlinking play in the middle. Fortunate. It's ricocheted off a couple of players there. Oscar nearly managed to pinch it, but they broke, and as Owen, I think it was, played the ball forward. Luke DeBorn, just a couple of milliseconds, we'll say, behind play, catches him and picks up the first card of the afternoon. Dave Jones in the Aber goal, still trotting around, should we say, just testing out, I think it's his left ankle. Just giving it a bit of a shake there. So, Aberystwyth free kick, just outside the D of the centre circle in the Haverfordwest half. It's going to be Woolham, right-footed, across to Kirkman on the left-hand side, with a better angled across to Cadwallader on the edge of the box. Whitmore does well to pinch it. It's cleared by Woolham, straight back down into the Bluebirds territory, but it's out for a throw-in. Bluebirds throw near the corner flag on this near side. The linesman on the halfway line in front of me in a short sleeve referee shirt is absolutely soaking. He doesn't look the warmest, I must admit. As the rain still comes down here, I'm sure you'll see Scolio highlights of the weather. It's going to be Jenkins with the throw. From the edge of the penalty box, almost gets out of the half, but it's headed back. Aber on the break. Cadwallader chasing back to Jenkins, but lays it back to Zach Jones. He clips it clear. Harry John finds Jack Wilson. Dan Hawkins flicks over the centre halves. Mata the bounce. The bounce on this artificial pitch, just not falling for the Bluebirds yet. It's going to be a corner. Yeah, referee does give it. Dan Hawkins straight onto the ball, coming across to this bottom right-hand corner as I can see it. Going to be a right-footed in, out-swinging corner. Again, Bluebirds line up with only Jazz back. Harry John and Jack Wilson on the edge of the box. Every other player in the box. Lots of movement. Ball's coming across. It's deep. Headed up in the air by Aber. Lee Jenkins. It's chance. Goal! Martel Taylor Crossdale with the equaliser. Aber players appeal. It's given. Martel. It was a defensive header from the player marking Luke de Bourne at the back post. It went straight up in the air. As it's coming down, Lee Jenkins competed with the keeper. Jenkins was pushed, didn't make any contact. You could see Jenks fall forward. The ball dropped and Martel poked it in. 1-1, 34 minutes gone. That's better. Come on, the boys. We're underway again then. 34 gone, 1-1. Aber clear. Oh! Harry John caught late there, nothing given. It's out for an Aber throw. High foot just trailing across Harry's chest there. Harry probably didn't do enough to appeal to ask for the ref or anything, but it is indeed Harry John back on the ball. Just tackled before you can get rid of it. Good feet from Kirkman. Is jostled by Whitmore. Jack Wilson clears his lines. It's high and deep up to the Aber penalty box. Dan Hawkins. That's handball. It's got to be handball. Not given. Martel with a chance on the edge of the box. Surely that should have been handball. It bounced up and hit an Aber player on the arm. Whitmore. Beats one. Beats two. Oh, almost falls. Aber going to clear the lines here. Big appeal right in front of the linesman on this near side. Ball bounced up and I think it was Bradford on the arm, I felt. Who's now using Martel as a bit of a step ladder. Whitmore hooks again onto Martel, competing well against the very competent in the air Woodford, who clears. It's Darlington over to Owen on the far right hand side now. Aber looking to counter. Jazz chasing back. Through ball. Oh, is Luke de Bourne just needs to stand up just on the edge of the penalty box there. Almost dived in, but crosses in. It's a chance. Oh, Cadwallader unmarked on the edge of the 6-yard box. Scuffs it and puts it wide. Sorry, it wasn't Cadwallader. It was Darlington, 28. With the rain, everyone's hair is just soaking wet, and they both got relatively long hair. I couldn't make out which one was which. Yes, indeed. Tom and Roland in the chat. Yes, indeed. Back in the game. 1-1. The only 2 goals across the Cymru Premier so far this afternoon. No doubt the other 2 games are as wet as they are here in Aberystwyth. It has not stopped raining since, well, certainly since we arrived, but all the way up today. Aber just look to clear their lines as soon as possible, but better from the Bluebirds here. A little bit more quality on the ball as Harry John now breaks down the right-hand side. It's chased by Kirkman. Great feed from Harry to turn around, come back into Whitmore, who's in a bit of space. Again, his shirt is getting pulled all over the place. Nothing from the referee, nothing from the linesman. As he often does when he's fouled, his palms open to the side of him, appeal. It's going to be a Jack Wilson. It's not quite territory to put it into a mixer. So he goes short to Martel. Martel holds play up well. Long from Ricky Watts was out. It's going to be a goal kick. So 1-1 here at Park Avenue. 37 minutes on the clock. Keeper, who at one point looked likely to be coming off, is now doing his best to kill a bit of time, but crossing to the other side of the 6-yard box, where the artificial pitch here at Park Avenue looks absolutely soaking wet. So as I said, the ball keeps skipping off the pitch. Through balls are very often going out for goal kicks. Back, Jazz Richards on the ball now over on the left-hand side today. It's fouled. Linesman, to be fair, nice early decision. Jazz not happy, as he rightly should be there, taken late and from behind. But possession and play back underway with the Bluebirds. Jenkins, long down the right-hand side. Ricky Watts gets the second ball. Martel, back to Jack Wilson. Sees it's Dan Hawkins on the right. Crosses. Quite calmly and easily collected by the keeper there, who looks to find Owen again over on the right-hand side, who clears straight into touch. Certainly a better ending to the half here. As I mentioned, we had a good 5-minute spell earlier in the half, but apart from that, it's been the majority of it has been Aberystwyth on the front foot. The rain beginning to come in sideways from the coastal part of Aberystwyth to my left. Zach Jones under the floodlight on the far side looks absolutely soaking. Throw in from Jenkins, finds Jazz, who finds Martel. Just intercepted by Aberystwyth there, who are probably desperate for a half-time break here, as Haverfordwest just begin to show a little bit about the way they want to play. Getting the ball down, bounces, just beating a few of the players today. Ricky Watts brings up back to Oscar Borg through. Again, every central aerial ball is being won by the home side. So it's about keeping the ball down on the floor as much as we can, I think. Yeah, it's a good question, John Twigg on YouTube. It's an interesting one about the artificial surface. I don't think even the meadow pitch would have held up with the amount of rain we're having here today at Aberystwyth. But I am a fan of the grass pitch. However, I'm well aware of the expenditure needed from a club to obviously hire all surface playing conditions. The local schools and other artificial grounds around West Wales that the club are having to finance. So there's a lot to be said about having our own all-weather pitch. But I put myself smack bang on the fence with that one, Twig. Yeah, Pete on YouTube again saying that the Aber's 12th man playing a blinder. If you're referencing the crowd, it's a fair crowd today, but it's not the most vocal until Aber scored, and then it was decent. As Aber get the ball back on the counter attack, Kirkman goes long. Oscar Borg heads up in the air. Hopefully, can have a second bite at it. Does it's going to go for a corner, and Jazz does keep it in well, but it's back in the danger area. This time cleared by Dan Hawkins. Done well there. Owens let it bounce. He's got he does evade Martel's advances, and himself goes 50-60 forward. Aber just beginning to find their feet again in this half. Passing it inside the Bluebirds half. Back to Kirkman, who's been impressive on this left-hand side. The TNS Loney finds Owen centrally. Turns Oscar Borg. Plays forward. Cleared by Hawkins, but it only finds Thorne. Back out to Lewis. Only 2 back for Aber. Really throwing the kitchen sink here at the end of this first half. It's 1v1. Owen and Jazz Richards over on the far side. Cuts inside. Well, Big appeals for a penalty. Not for me. Home side appeal. The Aber player seemed to bundle into Jazz more than Jazz made contact. The linesman had the best view in the house, to be fair, as an increase in volume has certainly brought an increase in weather. The rain is absolutely lashing down. I've said it several times, but this is the worst it's been. I think it's Owen for Aber. Anthony Williams, the Aber manager, not happy with that, but I think once you see it, I think he almost dives into Jazz and then falls to ground more than Jazz makes contact. And as I said, the linesman would have had the best view of that of anybody at Park Avenue. So John, I've got to remain politically correct, I suppose, with this one. But if I was made to lean either way, I probably would be encouraged by an artificial pitch, to be honest, knowing all the facts. The rain sideways now coming into the stand somewhat. The screen getting soaked. Ball in the Aber keeper's hand, who clears. It's 43 on the clock. Fourth official just speaking with Anthony Williams, the Aber manager, yet again, who's still a little bit irate about that decision, not going the home side's way. It's Aber on the break, on the right-hand side, great crossing, very well dealt with by Zach Jones in goal. Comes to collect and distributes to Jenkins down this right-hand side. Thorne is in hot pursuit, but Jenkins plays to Wilson inside, almost finds. Oh, it's a good tackle. Walsh on Jack Wilson. Good contest between them two this afternoon so far. No, Dan, you're right. Certainly, Dan on the YouTube channel saying that this Bloopers Nest Live is always in horrendous weather. Welcome to Wales. I suppose the next question I'm going to ask, get asked by you, Twig, is about summer football, I'm sure, which I certainly will lean towards an answer of no to summer football with that one, personally. Who doesn't love Welsh weather? The Cleddau casuals behind Zach Jones's goal over on the far side. Superb again on the road for the Bluebirds, as they were up in Carnarvon a couple of games ago. The drum, and there must be 30 in the stand over there. Lots of blue scarves and blue shirts, blue hats, supporting the boys. Fair play. Aber lay it back to Kirkman, 30 yards out, high and wide. Chance goes for Aber. The tannoy there, but the board went up 3 minutes before the interval. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons, John, to be honest, on the YouTube stream mentioning cricket, a number of Welsh footballers I know play a bit of cricket in the off season. I think there'd be conversations to be had about pitches and things like that if that was to be the case. But who knows? Noel Mooney has promised us these pillars for a number of months now. Look forward to seeing those early in 2024, apparently. Ball is swirling round now in these conditions. Jenkins with a great through ball finds Wilson on the right-hand side. Can we pinch something before the break? Throw. Oh, linesman deems it to have flicked off Wilson there. I thought it was going to be a Jack throw in then. But Kirkman cleverly played it off Jack's shin. Aberystwyth throw down the line. Luke Tabone going to go back to the. No, he lets it go out for a throw in. I think Bluebirds happy to see out the half at 1-1. Still the only goals at Park Avenue and across the league. It's half time at Bala, 0-0 against Newtown. And half time also down at Barry, 0-0 with Cardiff Met. So again, Jenkins' throw was headed straight back out for another throw. Now in front of the Aber dugout that Jenkins would once sit in. Ricochets out for an Aber throw. I think that's almost going to bring us to a close here. For the break. Relatively entertaining first half. There were spells of not the best football, and there is the whistle. But overall, not a bad half in the end. So 1-1 at the break. We'll take a short break now, and we will return in about 15 minutes for hopefully more Haverfordwest goals. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you shortly. Prynawn da, croeso nôl. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Bluebird's Nest Live. We are at Park Avenue this afternoon for match day 21 in the Cymru Premier, where it is Aberystwyth Town 1, Haverfordwest County 1. Relatively lively first half. Good couple of chances for the home side before Martel Taylor Crossdale equalised for the Bluebirds. It's beginning to slow down with what was a torrential ending to the first half. There was a lot of rain coming down as the players went down the tunnel, but it is still raining, but it's a lot lighter now as the substitutes still warm up on the pitch in front of us. You can see Jacob Owen, Dan John, Yori Humphreys, Caden Williams-Lowe, Ivan Knott, and Ben Fawcett out there. Tyrese Owen was with them, but he's already gone back inside. There's doesn't look like any changes, unless perhaps Tyrese was called in for that reason. So we'll go through the teams as they are, as they come out onto the pitch beneath us. It's Zach Jones in goal for the Bluebirds. From the left-hand side, a back five of Jazz Richards, Oscar Borg, Luke Tabone, Lee Jenkins, and Jack Wilson. Ricky Watts and Harry John were sort of holding in the middle of the park with Kai Whitmore in the 10, with last week's goal scorers Dan Hawkins, and last week and this week Martel Taylor Crossdale. Doesn't look like any midfield changes because the first two players out are Watts and John. I think Dave Jones in the Aberystwyth goal was a doubt during the first half. He had a lot of treatment on the pitch, but even he seems to be making his way back out onto the pitch. All the players just coming back out. He's running around on the pitch trying to warm up immediately. I'm sure the dressing room dim was blasting here at Park Avenue for both teams, so they've had a bit of a warm, but as we come back to these wintry conditions, to say the least, Dan Hawkins in front of me sprinting around the pitch trying to warm up, as all the players. I don't think there's any player standing still in front of us. As referee Alex Livesey is going to look to get us underway. It's Martel on the ball in the centre circle. Referee just counting to make sure the same amount of players are kicking off the second half. Acknowledges both keepers. And for the final time in 2023, we are in play, underway. Kai Whitmore receives Martel's back pass from the centre circle, clears, but is won first time by Aberystwyth, who counter-attack down the right-hand side. Luke Tabone facing up with Owen, turns and lays it back to Woolham. Dan Hawkins as well, just to intercept what would have been a good first-time cross there. Goes back to Owen on the right-hand side with his left foot looking to go infield. There's a chance. Oh, across the goal mouth. Hannock screams. He's not happy. Abba started brightly. Jenkins clears. Bradford from distance. Zach Jones does well to smother that one. Oof. Almost a dreadful start for the away side then. It was good interlink play between Thorne, Owen, and I think it's Cadwallader who just missed the tap-in. Ball now in the Aber half. It's Watts. Down the left-hand side. Martel looking to compete. The ball bounces strangely, to say the least, on this pitch this afternoon, but it does go back all the way to Dame Jones. Paul, I don't disagree. Dan, John and Harry, both international goal scorers in the last few weeks for Wales colleges, I believe, against England independent schoolboys. Harry had a good first half, to be fair. Lots of touches on the ball. Was very much swarmed on whenever he had possession. I'm sure that Anthony Williams, the Aber manager, would have identified Harry's technical skills as something to be looking to put the fire out, so to speak. It potentially cleared up a bit more opportunity for others with Harry being so closely marked. Again, Aber starting brightly here. And it's Harry John indeed on the ball who clears. Finds Dan Hawkins. Oh, misses the header. Misread in the wind, to be fair. It's a great ball. Woolham, cross field. Sees his fellow TNS loanee Kirkman over on the far side. Kirkman was running onto it. His first touch just took it ahead of him and out for the goal kick. Hopefully a chance for the Bluebirds to settle and get the ball in possession a bit more here. Only once we've got out of our half so far, with a couple of minutes gone in the second half. Zach just ushering his players up. I'm not going to be looking to play short on this one. There's hospitality, as I said in the first half, underneath the Scorio cameras in the gantry over the far side. They've managed to find a window cleaner, like you would have in your car, to clean the frost and thing. They're cleaning the window because obviously the condensation, they can't see a thing over there. Again, Ricky Watts just unfortunate to lose possession of the ball. Very wet surface here at Aber on this artificial pitch. Crossfielder finds the ball on the near side. Facing 1-to-1 with Jazz. Goes back inside. Shot. Saved by Zach Jones comfortably. A Darlington shot from the edge of the box there. Just making its way inside the post. Would have gone in, but Zach does well to catch. Again, still rain coming down, but it is a lot lighter, making conditions very tricky for both sides. Again, as I mentioned several times in the first half, a great following on the road this afternoon for the Bluebird supporters. There's at least 30 behind what is now Dave Jones's goal to my left-hand side, the car park side, for those who have visited Park Avenue before. The drum was constant, should we say, in the first half from the away side supporters. As Ricky Watts lays it back to Zach Jones. Clears well into the Aber half. Great kick. First time from the Haverfordwest keeper, who ends up going all the way back to Dave Jones in the Aber goal. Yeah, neither team really getting over this ball so far. Trying to play football, but Jazz Richards now pushed in the back. Nothing given from the ref. On to Oscar's left foot, who clears. He's going to find Dan Hawkins on the halfway line. Again, it's pushed in the back by his centre half, marking him, who's been on his tail all afternoon, to be fair. John Owen now has managed to pinch the ball. Finds Harry John. Through ball to Martel Taylor Crossdale on the halfway line to Dan Hawkins. He's tackled by Thorne. Kicks the ball over the fence just to slow things down again to stop the quick one. It's going to be a Jazz Richards throw in. Playing left wing back today, Jazz. Left of a back five. Alongside Oscar Borg, Luke Taborn and Lee Jenkins, with Jack Wilson occupying the other slot on the right hand side, who has just managed. He gets a header on it, but it was already gone. Linesman's flag, Aber throw. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon across Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and cymrusport.cymru, which I believe is one of the newest radio broadcasting stations covering sport across Wales. Met one of the co-founders earlier this afternoon, also recording a broadcast from Aberystwyth this afternoon. Ben, question, to be fair, pretty good. The question coming on Facebook, how's the ref doing? Well, he had a tough first half with a couple of chances and appeals from the home side in particular. One penalty appeal that the manager for Aberystwyth, Anthony Williams, continued to question why it wasn't given. I felt that the Aber player seemed to bounce himself into Jazz Richards and then take to the ground. Linesman had the best view in the whole stadium, I feel. And so I would say, so far, having a good game. It's going to be a Jack Wilson attack and throw here over on the far side, in front of a stand with absolutely no one sat in, with no roof to that stand over on the far side. It's cleared first time by Thorne. Dan Hawkins is going to chase. Oh, he does well to just to nick it off Thorne. Oh, Dan Hawkins, great 1-2 with Harry John down this near side. Harry John does well. Great through ball. Kai Whitmore, he's offside. Flag is up. Pennock's not happy with that one. It was a great chance to build a bit of momentum there. Harry John, that's the most irate I've seen him. Walsh, I think, kicked him on the floor. Appealed to the linesman and the referee. Never seen Harry so annoyed. But it shows he's doing his job. If Walsh is beginning to kick him, the two of them having a bit of a spark there now. Harry with a wry smile on his head. Jack Wilson, he intercepts well, but to nobody. Cadwaladr makes a great run in behind. Taborn holds him up and does well to win back possession. Cadwaladr all over him. It's an Aber throw deep into Haverfordwest territory. Again, gives the ball to Thorne, who's got that long throw. A ball boy with a towel. I think that could be something we would have benefited from this afternoon. Yeah, it's a throw-in, probably in line with the 6-yard box. Out on the far side, again, as I mentioned, there's not much run-up, so it's a sideways run-up that comes across, rotates his body. It's won by Owen, who heads it straight back to his teammate, who now crosses right foot into the box. Chance. Darlington over the bar. The ball dropped inside central area of the goal, just outside the 6-yard box. Half volley on the left foot, swivels and puts it straight over. I think even the fence behind the goal. It was that comfortable. Tony Pennock has just called for Ben Fawcett, who was down in the corner flag warming up. Almost 10 minutes into the second half, and I think a change is imminent. Ben Fawcett potentially making his way into the pitch. Again, the first header is won by Aber off the goal kick. It's got to skip. I think on a normal day, it's a great through ball for Cadwaladr, but the ball just skips off the surface and is straight back out for another goal kick. I wonder what the change is going to be. Currently have Martel, Taylor Crossdale and Dan Hawkins up top for the Bluebirds. I wonder whether Forsey would come on for one of them, perhaps. Bit of fresh legs. Forsey unlucky to miss out on his starting place. Started last week. Unlucky today, but I think with Hawkins and Martel scoring last week, that was Tony Pennock's thinking. And again, it's a free kick to Haverfordwest. Thorne and Ricky Watts having a bit of a to-do on the far side. Ricky jogs away. Yeah, it is going to be Ben Fawcett who enters, and I think it's Harry John who's coming off. I'd imagine it's going to be Kai Whitmore dropping back into a holding midfield 2 with Watts. Dan Hawkins dropping back to the 10, maybe. No, I actually think Pennock's rolling the dice here. I think he's going 3 up top. Harry congratulated on another great performance this afternoon. Done really well with the ball at feet. I think there's a chance that Fawcett, Hawkins and Martel will occupy a front 3 formation. Ball in, it drops to an Aber player on the edge of the box. There's a chance. Kai Whitmore manages to get something on it, gets it back, out to Wilson on the halfway line, down the right-hand side. Doesn't beat the first man with his chip. Tabone wins back the clearance though. It's a bit pinball-like at the moment. Oh, comes through the back of Oscar Ball. It's a free kick to the Bluebirds. Aber manager incensed, but he's flown through the back of Oscar Ball, who's holding the back of his head. I think he is all right, but the referee's given a free kick. Yeah, Tristan's going on to have a look at Oscar's head. I think he's okay. The boys are walking away. I think if there was anything serious, they'd be a bit more concerned for their teammate. Dan, I have seen your son indeed earlier on. Kian was walking up into the stand with Kevin. Did clock him earlier on. I haven't had a chance to speak to him, but he is here safe and in the warm. Well, I say warm, in the dry anyway, at least. Martin, Bala losing. Probably not what we wanted. I think our 22nd and final game of phase 1 at home to Bala in a fortnight. Ideally, Bala would have already secured their top 6 status potentially to give it a little bit less of a demand for them to get any points from the game. However, it means there's another team that we can potentially catch in the top 6. And being at home, I fancy our chances of getting something in a fortnight. But who knows? A lot of football will be played before then. We need another goal if we're going to take all 3 from Park Avenue today. Roland, not sounding too positive. It's been an okay performance. I think there's still a good half an hour, if not a touch more, to go here. 57 on the clock. Oscar's back up on his feet. Jack Wilson takes a free kick forward. It's round the back. Oh, I think it's going to go. It's going to be a corner. Half a chance for Fawcett at the back post there. A long free kick from the halfway line beat everybody. And just as he was bouncing out, Fawcett managed to swing a right foot across and it's deflected out for the corner. So it's Dan Hawkins over on the right-hand side. He's got Kai Whitmore on short. Just Kirkman coming across to stop the short one. Hawkins, one hand up. Crosses. It's gone straight out. Doesn't quite catch it properly and floats one in and lands on top of the goal. Don't want to jinx things too much, but it feels like the Bluebirds are in the ascendancy here slightly. There's plenty of time to go, more than enough time to pinch a winning goal, or 3 or 4. Still 0-0 at Barry, but it is Newtown who've taken the lead at Bala at Maes Tegid. So close across the league with all the point situation. Starting today, we were 6 points off third in the league, which is tremendous to see, considering both good and positive spells in the season so far. It just shows how tight things are. Straight pass from Aber. Almost sets Martel off down the left-hand side. But the keeper does clear. Cadwallader wins the first header. Out to Darlington on the left-hand side. Jack Wilson right on him. So he forces him back to left-back Kirkman. Aber just on the attack here. Owen tries to take on Tabone, who's on a yellow card. Turns really well. Cuts back on the edge of the box. Thorne, blocked by Jazz. Out for a corner. It's certainly gripping, entertaining game in the second half so far. Back and forth. Haverfordwest attacking towards the car back end of the ground, and Aberystwyth have a corner just in front of the police station end. Again, it's going to be a Kirkman left footer. The TNS Loney delivers in swinging. It's gone front. It's across the goal. Chance not taken by Aber, who switch play back to Kirkman on this right hand side. Crosses straight out for a goal kick. Wasteful from the home side. The manager's not happy. Good chance to a little bit more desire, I feel, from the home side then. Could have created a better chance for them, but we'll take that all day long. 60 on the clock, 30 minutes and stoppage to go. Still raining, still cold, still 1-1. Every single player on a central area of the pitch to the right-hand side of Zach Jones's goal. And it is cleared to Zach Jones. Luke Tabone does well. Down the right-hand side, Jack Wilson, that's going to bounce out. Again, a bounce on the artificial pitch. Beats a player on the pitch. That stand over on the far side, opposite the tunnel, completely empty, with it not being covered. As the weather is horrendous this afternoon. What is our last fixture of the year? And what a year it's been, 2023, one I'm sure we won't forget in a long time. Hopefully one more W to go. Kirkman with the throw-in. Just inside the Haverfordwest half. Does well to flick it on. It's Owen on the far side. Luke Tabone pinches it for a throw-in, but it was offside anyway. Zach Jones making his way out to take the free kick, I feel. Yeah. Looking for that half a chance to try and take the lead here. So, still 1-1 here. Bala losing at home at the moment with almost 70 minutes gone there. Newtown 1-up at Bala. And it's 0-0 down at Barry. Cardiff Met 0-0 there. And it's pinballing around a little bit. Oh, Jenkins does well to duck Zach. Great call from Zach to come out and collect there. Was the right option. But Jenkins was in the way, so it ducked well. Ball in Zach Jones's hands. Again, the players make their way to the right side of the pitch in a very centralised area. Zach goes long. I think he's tried his chance at goal there. It's bouncing, but Dave Jones catches. It's been done before at Park Avenue, a keeper scoring. I think the wind is against Zach, if anything. That would have taken something special, that one, but Dave Jones clears. Tony Panic incensed with a couple of his players there, letting Aber get the ball first. Oscar does really well to keep that one in. Plays it down the line. Again, Aber first to the ball. Oh, great through ball from Dan Hawkins. Ken Wilson. Oh, Kirkman stops it going through to Wilson. It would have been clean on goal. All the way back to Bourne. Back to Zach in goal. Clears. Sense is just beginning to open up a little bit here now. Chances seem to be coming more often as the ref takes a break in game to tie his own shoelaces. 64 gone. Still 26 plus to go. Tyrese Owen just making his way out of the dugout to go for a quick warm. I must say, I'm a little bit envious of him because it's freezing in the stand. As Ricky Watts comes forward, looks to slot Jack Wilson in on the right-hand side. Jack wasn't there. Misread the build-up play there, unfortunately. Jack had given an option to receive. As Panic does call for Tyrese. It's Kai Whitmore down. Just having treatment. Seems to be holding his quad there, his left quad. Tristan hood up and on the field for the second time of the game. Yeah, I think there's a change coming. Tyrese is getting stripped. I like somewhat change in the middle. We'll see Tyrese coming on to sit alongside Watsy in midfield. Lots of games called off across the Cymru leagues this afternoon due to the weather, no doubt. There are a couple. Avon Lido at home to Trevelyan and up at Talbot Derby. 65 gone there and it's 2-2. And in the Cymru North, Chirk drew with Guildsfield 2-2 earlier today as well. I think Kai Whitmore is up and is walking off. Probably delighted to come and have a warm. He's hobbling. I don't think he's going to be good. No, the board is going up. Substitution is going to take place. So it's Tyrese Owen, number 18, replacing number 8, Kai Whitmore. The big man coming straight into the middle of the park. Hopefully can make the difference here for us. Bit of height, because I think it has been Johan, Lewis and Thorne winning all sorts of headers in the middle of the park. Yeah, Kai and Tristan making their way down the tunnel. Got a bit of treatment in the warmth. Hopefully Kai will be right for our final game of phase 1 in a fortnight. He's got to be offside. No. Ball in Zach Jones's hands anyway. Rolled out to Jazz Richards. Finds Dan Hawkins on this near left-hand side. Back to Oscar Borg on his left foot. And down the line. First, almost chance for Tyrese was won. Cadwallader and Jazz Richards tussle. Jazz comes out on the right side of it. Great save. Oh. How that ended up with a chance for Darlington on his own on the edge of the box. Swivels and shoots. He had plenty of time. But Zach Jones does really well to save. Down low to his left and collect the bouncing ball. And already Haverfordwest are on the moving forward. Oh, great cross. Deflected out for a corner. Haverfordwest corner. Down the right-hand side, Zach distributed to Jenkins, found Jack Wilson in full flow down the right wing, and his cross looked to be going into a great area for Fawcett in the box. Was intercepted. So it's still 1-1. Hawkins plays short to Jack Wilson with a chance to cross. Does. Great area. Headed. Oh, Jenkins. A big appeals from the supporters behind the goal, sorry. It's back to Jazz Richards. Floats one. It's over Jenkins. Dan Hawkins now one-on-one with Darlington as Aber looked to counter. Jazz, great tackle, slides it into touch. Aber throw just inside the Bluebirds half. As I said, it's just beginning to open up with a couple of chances now. A draw, not really a great result for either team. Obviously, we'd rather 1 point than no points, but I feel 3 was what we came for. Owen now with Watt on the left-hand side of the box. Ball ends up in Martel, looking to get out of the Bluebirds half. Force it. Facing his own goal. Back to Hawkins. Oh, Tyrese Owen with a chance. Lays it back simply to Hawkins. Moves into that Aberystwyth half. Oh, he's offside anyway. Martel offside. Oh. Thorn had gone down holding his leg. The ref doesn't see him. The ref takes a tumble, much to the amusement of those in the crowd. I hope the referee assessor here in the stand next to me is taking note of that, taking a dive like that. Don't think the referee treatment, but it is going to be Thorn who the physio's coming on for. Ref's probably absolutely soaking now after hitting the deck. As we have a brief stoppage in play. There's 69 played. A couple of added minutes after the 2 stoppages that we've had for Whitmore and Thorn so far. So at least 21 to play, I'd say. Still 1-1. I think everybody thought it was going to be a close game. Can we nick a winner? Thorn is back up on his feet. It doesn't look like there's going to be a change. Nobody stripped for the home side. So Dave Jones is going to be taking the free kick for the home side after Martel was caught offside. Yeah, Thorn is back on his feet on the halfway line on the touchline here, looking to come back on as soon as he can. Pennock absolutely drenched on the edge of his technical area, just observing to see what the next move is going to be. Woolham and Fawcett battle. Free kick to the Bluebirds. Woolham impeding Fawcett there. I think it's going to be a Jenkins to take this. No, Hawkins comes across just inside the half. Only Jazz to his left. Everybody else right up on the edge of the Aberystwyth box. Really attacking this chance. Hawkins. It's deep. It's round the back, and Jenkins get on the end. Squares it. Nobody there. Thorn clears. Straight up the throw in. Pennock raises his arms in almost disbelief that another great chance. First contact header won by Jenkins, as he so often does. Oh, it's just not breaking for the Bluebirds there. Oh, straight into touch. The clearance from Aberystwyth. But yeah, as I said, Jenkins wins the header of the free kick right across the 60-yard line. And it just is waiting for someone to hit it on goal, and there's no one there. Oh my gosh. Oh, a backward header from Kirkman almost beat Dave Jones. It went over the keeper and is wide of the far post. Corner to Haverfordwest. 1-1, 72 on the clock. That was almost an own goal. Hawkins again is across to take it. The right foot there. Missing a left-footed set piece specialist, I feel, today. Hawkins again floats one in to the penalty spot. Thorn, unopposed, wins the header. Out to Wilson, back to Hawkins, back to Wilson, crosses, it's deep, too deep, over the bar, and out for a goal kick. Not quite falling the way of the yellow-shirted Bluebirds this afternoon, much to the frustration of the many away supporters behind the goal there, who again, as I said, singing their hearts out, probably to keep themselves warm. Jones with the goal kick. Goes straight down the middle. It's going to be a free header for Tabone, who finds Fawcett. It's pinballing up in the air. Finds Hawkins on this near left-hand side. Travels forward. Martel on the left-hand side. Cuts inside onto his right foot. Square to Tyrese Owen. To Ricky Watts. Is there a chance? Ricky Watts out to Jack Wilson. Back to Watts. Oh, just pinched by the Aber defender. Watts a little bit late. Catches him. There's been a goal at Maes Tegid. Bala have equalised. So it's 1-1 up at Bala. 1-1 here and 0-0 at Barry and Cardiff Met. 3 draws across the only 3 Cymru Premier games this afternoon. There's a couple tomorrow. Hynafon host Colwyn Bay in a derby live on Scorio. Tomorrow lunchtime, I believe. Tyrese, wayward pass, just not really finding a yellow shirt. Does well to pinch it back though. Finds Hawkins, great turn. Again, ricochets in the middle. Thorne does well to pinch it back of him. Woolen, the right wing back for Aber. Got possession. Back to Walsh, delivers deep. Wilson is beaten in the air. It's a goal kick. Darlington just pinched in front of Wilson there and heads it out harmlessly for a goal kick. Red card at Barry. It's the manager, Steve Jenkins, the first team manager, in the 76th minute, given his marching orders by the officials. Haven't seen a red from a manager this season, I don't think. Maybe a couple. Surely, probably not happy with the decision made down at Jenner Park. Again, ball back in Zach Jones's hand. 75 minutes on the clock. Goes extremely long out of hand. Headed. Oh, it just doesn't fall for the Bluebirds there. Back in possession with Thorne in the centre circle. Clears long. It's 2-on-2 at the back for the Bluebirds. Zach does really well. Communicates well and picks possession back up. Who distributes down the right-hand side to Ricky Watts. Free. Over the top. Finds Jack Wilson. Cuts back. Nan cuts outside. He's round the back. Is fouled, surely. Linesman flags. It's a very, very late one, but he does flag for a free kick. There was a tangling of legs. Everybody felt it was a free kick, but there was no flag, but then it did pop up. I'd like to think the officials were communicating on their wireless headpieces there. It was a late one, but we'll take it. So it's Jazz over on the far side now to potentially put the ball in an area. We've got a fair bit of height advantage in the box. Tabone, Jenkins, Tyrese Owen, all towering over their own set-piece markers. But it's going to be a Jazz right foot into the box. Good area. Oh, it's like a Royal Rumble at the edge. Oh, it's into the keeper's hands. There was 4 or 5 players lying on the ball. It failed to force it. It ricocheted off his shin and straight into Dave Jones's hands. That was almost a ruck more than a goal line chance. There must have been 3 or 4 players lying on the floor there. There's an Aber player down. I'm not quite sure who it is. I think it's one of the centre halves down looking for treatment. I think he's caught one in the nether regions. He's just looking to catch his breath. Dave Jones again has thrown it out for a throw-in over on the far side. 77 now on the clock. I feel that was a big chance in the grand scheme of things, that one. Just needed it to drop to someone to rifle it into the back of the net. Didn't quite happen. So, still all square. It's Bradford, I think, who's back on his feet and walking away. So Fawcett's going to have to throw the ball sportsman-like back to Dave Jones. Does. Who picks up and shuffles to the other side of his penalty box. Fawcett is following. Again, Aber not looking to speed things up too much as Dave Jones clears. First contact won by Watts, but it's flicked all the way back to his own keeper. Just skims off his right boot there. Zach Jones again punts 70, 80 yards up the pitch. Fawcett does well to try and win it at least. Oh, it's just not falling for anyone at the moment with the spin of the pitch. But it's Owen down the right-hand side for Aber. Oscar Borg in front of him. He cuts outside. Cuts back inside onto his left. It's well tackled. And it's cleared by Tyrese Owen. Martel holds up. It's potentially fouled there. Not given. Surely offside there. No, not given again. It's going to be an Aber throw in front of us. Halfway between the penalty box and the halfway line. Still 1-1 here at Park Avenue with 78 on the clock. It's been a half full of half chances, I guess, this second half. Not really any clear-cut ones. Balls across the 6-yard box, left untouched by Aber, and Haverfordwest having 2 probable chances, half chances again, that haven't really fallen to a striker's feet. Still 3 draws across the Cymru Premier. 1-1 here, 1-1 at Bala, and 0-0 at Barry Town Cardiff Met. Just ricocheting around the box. Jack Wilson isn't going to make it. It's just going to be an Aber throw on the far side this time. Continuous rain, literally since early morning here in Aber. Spells of it being torrential, but it's just constant drizzle, I would say, at the moment. So it's going to be a Thorn, long throw from the far side. Runs up, in, cleared by Fawcett, only back to Kirkman, 35 yards out. Fawcett is hassled, but it's Jenkins has a chance to clear. High into the Aberystwyth night sky. Wilson's had it back, clears over the top. Can Martel get in behind? He moves on it. Oh, doesn't bounce again for us. It's cleared into the vacant stand on the far side with no roof. Nobody opting to sit over there today, that's for sure. So it's going to be a Wilson throw. 80th minute. One Aber supporters kindly going to collect the ball from that stand. So a couple more seconds for the ref to add on. Yeah, good point. Tom next to me just mentioning that apparent rule of multi-ball that just doesn't seem to be in place anywhere other than the Oggy Bridge Meadow this year. I can see 2 balls around the entire ground. Now then, throw came in. It's cleared by Aber. Only for it to be in an even better location. Wilson's put it down. It's going to be a Jenkins throw. Interesting. Jack comes across to a more central position. Lee Jenkins fancies a big throw into the Aber box. Great height. Luke Tabone deemed to have fouled his opponent there. So free kick to Aber. Chance missed. Just a bit of volume from the Cleather casuals over on the far side behind the goal. Near the drum. Picking up the volume. Right behind Dave Jones. No doubt having a torrid time from the away supporters there, I'm sure. Darlington and Jenkins. Darlington attempts to push Jenkins off possession. Doesn't win that battle, let's say. Darlington ends up on the floor. Jenkins with the ball in his hand now in a defensive position. Clears. Almost up to the halfway line. Tyrese Owen wins the flick. Straight back up in the air by Kirkman. He's gone out for a throw-in. Bluebirds throw in line with the edge of the D of the centre circle. 82 on the clock. Is there to be a winning goal? Doesn't quite. Again, ball to Bone. High up to the centre halves of Aber. Referee gets in the way there a little bit. Ref's getting a bit confused with that one. The ball ricochets out to Owen on the right-hand side for Aber. Moving towards the box. Crosses. Oh, massive chance for Aber. The goal kick, diving header, again over Zach Jones's bar. If Aber knew where the goal was today, they could have had a couple of headers, to say the least. Just got inside his man there. I'm not sure who the defender was. Panic and Gary Richards deep in conversation about how that chance came about. It's a bit of confusion in the centre circle, and it ended up being with an Aber chance. But Zach Jones quickly gets play back underway, clears long. Jazz now a little bit more central over Watts' his clearance goes straight up in the air. As Aber have a chance to break again. Lewis back to Walsh, out to Woolham, blocked well by Dan Hawkins. 84 on the clock. Dan Hawkins wins the header. Tyrese Owen all the way back to Zach Jones with his left foot, clears to the halfway line, force it, flicks, but nobody there. All the way down the left by Kirkman, straight into touch. Lee Jenkins throws straight back to Zach Jones. Grandstand finish coming up, I feel. Zach Jones again on his left foot, clears the halfway line. Is won by the central defenders at Aber. Puts it straight into touch. Unlucky that one. Jack Wilson frustratingly kicks the ball away. Ref doesn't seem it anything but a little bit of a talking to there, thankfully. 1-1, 84 on the clock. The Aberystwyth manager yet again remonstrating with the fourth official. He hasn't given them a moment's peace this afternoon. The ball calmly collected the ball. Again, long ball. They were playing into Aber's hands by doing it. It's a big clearance by Dave Jones all the way into Zach Jones's hands. Got a feeling it's going straight back down the opposite direction. Zach, right foot this time. Punts high into the sky. Tyrese Owen wins the flick. Falls to a green shirt yet again. We should get the ball down and play a little bit more, but it's back up in the sky. Martel competing with the keeper. Keeper's always going to come out on top. Catches cleanly. Dave Jones clears. Safe with Lee Jenkins, who himself clears. The ball spending a lot of time up in the sky at the moment. Aber throw over on the far side. 86. Ref encouraging Aber to speed up play. Going down to the wire this one. Jack Wilson on the receiving end of the throw-in, clears, puts Aber right back, turned towards their own goal. Martel stopping from going out for a goal kick, but it does indeed go out. It'll be Dave Jones again. It's just going to be disappointing tail end of the game, I feel here. No real chances in the last few moments. Just one chance. It would be a massive goal in the grand scheme of things. Interesting to see the stats from today's game. Aber have had so many off-target shots. A couple of those on target. It could have been an all different story today, so I suppose a point with nothing to be sniffed about. It's now Woolham down the right-hand side. Again, finds Dan Hawkins. Doesn't find his own player. Watts and Tyrese Owen link. It's two hands in the back from the referee there. Force it. Puts it over the top for Wilson to chase onto. Kirkman's going to get there first. He's only got a left foot. Ricochets off Jack's foot out for a goal kick. Dave Jones. They say walk. Would be an understatement to get the ball. 87, still 1-1. Quiet, eerie silence across Park Avenue at the moment. Both teams hoping for a winner. Panic, the only one vocal, I suppose, encouraging his players. It's Thorne over on the right-hand side. Lays it back to Woolham, the right back. Crosses. Safe into Zach Jones's hands. Who rolls out to Wilson. Is this to be the big chance? Tyrese Owen gets in front of his man. Is almost brought down, but does well to evade. Out to the left-hand side. Martel Taylor Crossdale. On the edge of the box. Cuts inside. Cuts inside again. Strikes. Deflected. Corner. Oh, Bala have taken the lead. 2-1 Bala. 2-1 Bala in the 93rd minute. Joe Malkin, who's had both goals today. I think he's making his return today to the Bala squad after a bit of an injury earlier in the season. 2-1 Bala. Interesting league table this evening. Can we nick a late winner? 88 on the clock. It's going to be Dan Hawkins, right foot, in swinger. Front post is headed clear by Cadwallader. Jenkins is there to it. Back to Hawkins. Almost lays it off. Travels down the left-hand side. Another corner. Come on, the Bluebirds. Jazz Richards this time coming across to take it. Can we see a Jazz special? He put a great cross in earlier from a free kick. Can he find a yellow head, a boot, a backside? Okay, how it goes in. Let's get it in the net, boys. 89th minute. Jazz Richards from the right-hand side. Crosses. Oh, it's headed up into the air. It's cleared by Cadwallader to Bourne. It's cleared by Thorne. It's a free kick, 32 yards out for a handball. Darlington deemed to handle it. It's a little bit too far out, I feel, but Jack Wilson's got the ball. There's 4 minutes on the board, so a minimum of 4 minutes. Jazz and Jack over the ball. It's a long way out. I remember 7 years ago, Luke Borelli put a goal of the season in the top corner in the exact same spot. The same distance out, rifled one into the top corner. Can Jack do it? Jack Wilson. It's on target. Oh, it's fumbled wide. It's a corner. Oh, great effort. Right foot over the wall. Dave Jones scurried across his goal mouth. Went to take the catch and fumbled it, I guess, over the goal mouth for a corner. Oscar Borg. Everyone's trying a set piece this afternoon. 91st minute. Oscar Borg with a left-footed in-swinger. It's a good area. Again, won by Thorne. Back out to Borg. That's a better cross. Tyrese Owen this time. No. Back to Ricky Watt. Oh, Ricky, too high. Ricky's first time cross. Had a chance to take a touch there, I feel. It's gone straight over the crossbar. Comfortably. 92nd minute approaching. At least 2 minutes still to go. It's the rain still coming down up here in Aberystwyth. Pennock still vocal on the touchline, encouraging his troops. Keeper doing his best to slow things down, yeah? A great battle again between Owen and Tabone. It's going to be an Aber throw. It's Woolham again who's going to be taking it on this near side in front of us. Again, just 2 minutes to go. It's still 1-1 in a pivotal game here at Park Avenue. That's got to be our... Oh, he's giving that Aber's throw in. It's never an Aber throw in. Thorne coming across to take it. He's looking for a supporter to give him something to dry the ball. Thorne. His throw in. Again, comes into the Bluebirds box. Jenkins did have his hands up. That was close to being given as a penalty, but Fawcett manages to clear, but it's only back out for a throw in on this near side. Williams, the Aber manager, appeals. Jenkins did seem to have his hands on the shoulders of the player in front of him. Would have been an interesting one for VAR. Didn't feel it was enough contact, but seen them given. Again, Thorne approaches, throws straight back, same area. It's a good battle in that box. Oh, there's a chance. Blocked and cleared. Ricky Watts is going to get there first. Down the side. Finds Jenkins. He's outnumbered. Cadwallader, 40 yards out. Does well. Back to Thorne. Switches play over to Owen on the far left-hand side. Not now. Watts holds him up well. Crosses. It's deep. It's from the back. It's out to the penalty box on the far side to Woolham. Oscar Borg in front of him. Hands down. Deflected cross. Oh, what a chance for Aber. Appeals for a penalty. Is given us a goal kick. Aber arms appealing from all angles. It's a goal kick. 93 minutes. I'd like to see that one again. Aber certainly throwing themselves to the ground in the box. Interesting to see if there was any contact. Oh, the ref was blown up. It's full time. There was half a chance. There's only 93 minutes on the clock. Oh, there's elements of Spurs Man City there. As Tyrese Owen won the first contact, headed it through. Martel was almost given half a chance to go through on goal, but the referee blew his full-time whistle. So it has ended here at Park Avenue. Aberystwyth Town 1, Haverfordwest County 1. It's regardless of that result, bring your abacuses to the meadow on the 13th of January, I think, because it's trying to work out the league table. Bala, I think, have won 2-1 this afternoon. So all eyes on Carnarvon's oval ground tomorrow for the Scorio game, where I'm sure everybody will be a Seagulls fan for the day. And then, on to Bala at home for us. And it's the 13th of January for the final game, game 22 of Phase 1. Who knows where the next Nest live broadcast will be coming to you from. Hopefully it's up with somewhere like TNS or Connacht's Quay, having achieved the top 6 place. But who knows? Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. It's been another enjoyable afternoon of Nest. Big thanks again to those who've joined us at Park Avenue. Tremendous away support yet again from the Bluebirds, Cleddau Casuals. But Happy New Year to all of you. Blwyddyn newydd dda I chi gyd, and here's to a happy, healthy and successful 2024. So for the last time in 2023, it's the Bluebirds Nest signing off, over and out.